Afternoon.
Just do monologue.
Alex, can you talk about this leadership committee and Coach Strong approach to be on it? How did everything develop from your perspective?
Well, he just called us up after one practice. I think it was before conference play got started. He called up a couple guys that he felt were leaders in their positions, and we meet every Thursday before practice and a couple times after practice. So that's how it really got started.
What do you feel your role is on that committee?
Be a leader, you know. It's he pointed out guys that he thinks and feels that is the voice of the team pretty much, and you know, the heartbeat of the team. You know, there's a lot of young guys on this team, so you know, the few and far between veterans like myself, we have to pull them along and get them going in the right direction.
Is that a difficult role to be a part of that leadership committee, or is it something you felt natural doing?
I mean, I think it's natural. When you've been around here as long as I have, and some of the other guys have, it's a natural thing. You know, everybody wants to win, but you have to know how to win and what it takes to win. So that's kind of what it's about.
Do you think it's helped?
I think so. Yes. You know, it's just it's not like we have to go in there and yell and scream at people. It's just we're show them that what the right thing to do is and how to do it, and get them pointed in the right direction.
How is it different? Charlie said he didn't do it the first 2 years, and then you've played under other coaches as well. How is the attitude, or how does this kind of change the makeup of the team with this setup?
I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, it's not that like guys are. You're asking if people are like weren't on the committee or what. I mean, it's not like that. It's just guys that he feels, he feels strongly about that can help pull the rest of the team along and show them what to do and how to do it, pretty much. So it's not that big a change, but I think it is helpful though.
Maybe in a different way, have you seen maybe guys on this team or guys that are on the committee look at themselves differently or portray themselves differently now that they know that the ownership of the team is really on them?
I don't think so. I mean, they're on that leadership committee or whatever for a reason, and they just keep on doing what they're doing. They've played well, and they've shown that they can lead. So, just nothing really has to change. You just have to keep on doing what you're doing.
What's the lead? Go ahead.
Rushing attack hasn't been as effective recently. Is that a product of what the defense is doing, or how do you kind of correct that?
You look at the past couple games, we really haven't played well up front, and you don't want to make excuses, but injuries do linger around, and it's tough to play with guys banged up, but it's just something you have to do. Assignment-wise, we've been pretty good. It's just the technique and some fundamental issues that we have to get corrected. So.
You guys made the biggest jump in the BCS rankings yesterday from 16 to 10. How's the leadership committee going to make the rest of the team forget about that? Just,
focus one game at a time like we've been doing. You can't look ahead to the games we have ahead. We have Temple this week. That's what we have to get in everybody's mind. We have to focus on Temple and Temple only. So.
Like the offensive line changes, you individually have moved up and down a little bit. How different is that for you to go from spot to spot as opposed to being in the same spot all the time?
It's something you just have to adjust to. When you're lined up at left guard, the technique's a little different. The assignment's a little different. It's just something you have to adjust to. And we do a pretty good job in practice all week of shuffling it around and putting different lineups out there. So.
Going back to your freshman, sophomore year, would you have believed that you'd be a part of a top 10 BCS team at this point?
At the time, it was kind of like it was a long shot, but with hard work, anything's possible. So you just have to have that frame of mind still, where we've come from and where we are now. We just have to keep on building.
You grew up in this community, probably saw that 06 team, which was pretty revered in this town. What would it mean for you and this program to go 9-0 for the first time?
It'd be a lot. It'd mean a lot, obviously. That team was, it's always talked about. I know Joe can reference this, it was always the Orange Bowl team, you know, we gotta get back to the Orange Bowl, gotta be, you know, that team was the team, you know, and to be in that position, to be, you know, maybe the team that the generations behind us talk about, that's really special, you know.
When you see other top Big East teams lose, as Cincinnati did to Toledo, and then, you know, Rutgers did, is that, how do you take that? Is that a frustration thing? Is that a reminder thing that anybody can lose, or what? What's
Oh,
the
yeah,
reaction?
you can take it any way you want. I know Temple played Pittsburgh last week. You know, they lost. It's just it's the way it goes in college football. Anybody can get beat on any day. So yeah, it's definitely a reminder. You know, anybody can come in here and beat us, or we can go anywhere and beat anybody. So.
Yes.